What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing here a deck profile for this really interesting deck that I've actually built. It's kind of like an interesting concept more so, and it does actually do quite a few fun things, but with that being said, it is not the most competitive deck out there. In fact, it's far from it. It's more so a casual deck that you might want to play with some mates or anything like that. But with that being said, let's just get started with this particular deck profile. Alright, so to begin, we're going to be playing 4 copies here of Galarian Mr. Rime. It's a very interesting card because its whole idea is you only need 2 energy here, and it has ball juggling as an attack, so it deals 10 damage. However, you can discard any item cards that have the word ball in its name, and this attack does 40 additional damage. So we're playing quite a few Pokeballs in this particular deck: Quick Ball, Great Ball, Level Ball, and Pokeball itself. So you could deal quite a bit of damage with Galarian Mr. Rime. He is going to be the main attacker of this deck, and even then, if you don't have enough, you could always attach an additional water energy and deal the 80 as well, which is not too bad whatsoever. But considering it's a stage 1, it's not so bad as an option, so definitely a really nice card to actually focus on. Of course, that does mean we're going to be playing here 4 copies of the Galarian Mr. Rime as well, or Mr. Mime in this case, and yeah, it's just really great. Even then, the energy for this: find it, search your deck for an item card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Definitely really nice because you could add some of the Pokeballs, the Quick Balls, the Level Balls, the Great Balls, and then prepare yourself for this one here. So I like that they both go hand in hand together. They are both from battle styles, of course, so yeah, definitely very nice. And this particular Mr. Rime is obviously different from the Mad Party variant that comes in both, I believe, Shining Fates and also Darkness Ablaze. But yeah, in this one, it's just a different variant, and it still offers quite a variety of fun. Moving on, we obviously have to play 4 copies of Yampa. Yampa is a really nice card, also comes in battle styles. You don't need to play Boltund because Boltund is quite unnecessary. It is mostly just an attack Pokemon. However, the Yampa does have Ball Search as an ability, which essentially, when you play this card from your hand to your bench, then you could actually just put a Pokeball or a Great Ball or one of each from your discard pile to your hand, which is definitely very nice because it recurs all of your cards and allows you to prepare for an attack with the Mr. Rime, which is definitely fantastic. So 4 copies is absolutely a must. However, for a bit of supporting Pokemon, I'm also going to be playing Zacian V. Zacian is more so a draw power in this particular case. Intrepid Sword allows you to just essentially search out the top 3 cards of your deck, and even though we don't actually play any Steel Energy, it will just add those cards to our hand anyway, so it's a great way to just start ourselves off with the different plays, and I think 2 copies is more than enough. However, we are also going to be playing here a Dedenne GX, and we're also going to be playing here a Crobat V. We don't want to play too many supporting Pokemon because we're going to be filling the bench up anyway with the Yampa and the Mr. Rimes. So with that being said, this is all we really need to suffice for the deck. I was thinking about playing other cards like Cramorant or maybe even Eldegoss, but you really don't need those cards because it's just clogging up your bench, and you don't want to do that. You want to get the ones that are absolutely essential in this particular case, and you want to draw into your cards as quickly as possible, so Zacian, Dedenne, and Crobat V all do the same job. So now we move on to the trainer cards, or specifically the item cards. We're going to start off here with a Great Catcher, just a really nice card because it allows you to discard 2 other cards anyway, and you are going to be drawing a lot, so this card actually works out quite amazingly. We're also going to be playing here an Ordinary Rod. Maybe I might bump it up to 2 copies because we are actually cycling through our deck quite a bit. But with that being said, if we can't actually cycle back our trainer cards or our Pokeballs, then that's definitely going to be a problem because this only cycles back the Pokemon and the energy. So not the most amazing, but even so, it's not too bad. We're also playing over here 3 copies of Scoop Up Net, definitely really crucial for this deck as well, because you could bounce back your Yampa to your hand and then replay the Yampa again, and that would obviously allow you to add more of the Pokeballs from your grave to your hand, which is definitely very fantastic. that goes without saying that we're going to also be playing here switch, because sometimes we might want to switch different attackers. If something takes a bit too much damage, then you want to switch it off. We're also playing here Air Balloon, of course, because in case we do start off with a Dedenne or Crobat or Zacian V, they might take the brunt of the attack, and later on you could just attach the Air Balloon, allow them to retreat, and then you could go into your Mr. Rime, which is fantastic, of course. Just different abilities here, or different maneuverabilities, which allow you to gain control of the actual board itself at certain points of the game. Alright, so moving on now, we're going to be playing here 4 copies of Quick Ball. Gonna put it right up there. We're also going to be playing 4 copies of Level Ball because it searches out our Mr. Rime and Mr. Mime. We're also going to be playing here our 4 copies of Great Ball because it functions as part of the deck itself, searchable by Yampa. And we're also going to be playing here 4 copies of Pokeball because again it works with Yampa. So all of these are great because they definitely work out really well. Now if I actually had the space, I would also play Cherish Ball, or if I even had Cherish Ball, but Cherish Ball would allow you to add your Zacian, your Dedenne, or your Crobat V. So you do have that as a particular option, but even so, the Quick Ball will already add, well, the Quick Ball and the Great Ball alone can add the Dedenne, the Crobat, and the Zacian. So you don't necessarily have to play Cherish Ball, because Cherish Ball is actually quite a specific kind of card, but even so it would add more variety of different Pokeballs into the mix, which would be quite fantastic. Now of course you guys are probably wondering, of course I am going to be playing here Ball Guy. So I actually have the full art version and the reverse version. Just 2 is more than enough because you're actually searching out 3 different ball cards from your deck anyway, so 2 is plenty. I mean, it's a supporter card anyway, so it's going to be once per turn. But even so, it's a really amazing card. Definitely just getting out all your resources that you actually need, and besides, the rest of your deck will draw into those cards anyway, so it does work out for the best. It's quite fantastic to see that Ball Guy actually has the Great Ball over here, the Pokeball, the Level Ball, and also the Quick Ball, which all happen to be over here, so I actually quite like that. But moving on to other supporters, we're also going to be playing 3 copies here of Marnie. I think 3 is definitely more than enough. Good for disruption, but at the same time also good for you to recover your cards. We're playing here 2 copies of Boss's Orders. That's really only the amount you actually need because it has plenty of manipulation of the board already. And finally, we're going to be playing here the Professor's Research, 4 copies. We want to max out as much as possible on drawing into the cards we actually need. So with that being said, maximizing draw power in any kind of way is definitely a very fantastic thing to do, and Professor's Research does start things off really well, so 4 copies is definitely quite worthwhile. So now we move on to energies. We're going to be playing here 4 copies of Twin Energy. Without a doubt, it is definitely quite an important card to actually play in the deck itself because our main attacker is going to be Galarian Mr. Rime. But we are also going to be playing here for Water Energy. Although I want to play Triple Acceleration Energy, I don't actually have it. So if you guys actually do want to play Triple Acceleration Energy, then take out all the Water Energies and then just put in your Triple Acceleration Energy. It still works out really well for the deck. In fact, it's probably the better option in this particular circumstance. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this particular deck profile. I will say one thing, I actually did build a proper variant of it on Pokemon TCG, the online game, but the issue is I didn't have the cards to actually test it out, so it's more so an incomplete deck because I don't actually have all the cards, but I did compile a list for you, a more optimal list for this particular deck, so I'll leave it down in the comment section and you guys could actually just check it out and try it online if you guys have all those cards. But because I don't play the online game as much, or I barely play it, I don't have access to a lot of the cards that I have here, and I don't have cards like Triple Acceleration Energy or anything like that, so I will just leave the optimal build in the comment section and you guys can check that out, but otherwise this here will still definitely suffice as a deck. It just has a lot of fun, a lot of variety anyway. Yeah, it's quite an enjoyable deck. I wouldn't underestimate it for what it is. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this deck profile, then definitely drop a like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.